Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. I'm really happy you're stepping by to hang out with me a little while we talk about this week ahead, December 27th through January 2nd. So happy New Year to you. I wish you blessings and peace and prosperity and deep spiritual soul growth. You guys have the South Node going through your sign. That is going to happen. Ooh, look at this. We're starting out with you having the card of being blessed. Being blessed is actually a 22 on here, which is definitely an angelic number. I'm going to take a moment here to talk about the fact that we're moving into 2022. That is a bunch of twos. And when you see repetitive numbers like that, it's really significant. So that you have this coming up. This is, so we have the 2 twos on the blessed. That is working in partnership with somebody, but 2 plus 2 is 4. It'll create stability. So that's nice. Stability is always nice, right? And then you have the 2022, that's 6, and that's soulmate, and that's for the year. But it comes in groups of 2s. And so I think that we find a variety of soulmates. Soulmates can come in the form of your children, of your pets, of your significant others, of your best friends, of your coworkers, your boss. Is it that one-on-one collaboration that really touches at a soul level. And so it is significant this year that we are working toward this, all of us finding where our soul group community is, and that's really going to play a big role in this. So we start off on Monday with the moon in Libra. And the moon in Libra is having a conversation with Saturn, and Saturn's in Aquarius, and Saturn likes to create structure and order, and it's in Aquarius where it's about how do you structure your thoughts, and have you thought something through, and are you figuring things out, basically that way, right? And if you are a Scorpio rising, that is your 4th house of home, and so there's again that foundation. 2 plus 2 is 4. That's the foundation, that's home, and so there's a blessing, I feel like, that you're thinking about that's you're going to be able to bring in to create stability in what feels like home, and that doesn't necessarily mean a building. Sometimes it's a community, a group that you hang out with. It feels comfortable. It feels like home. Could be your birth family. It could be the family you create, right? The family you create through marriage, or the family you create through gathering up people into your lives that feel like home. So Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and there is a time zone calculator below because I can't do it. We've tried. It doesn't look good. This is energy that is so great to socialize in, to network, to build something. And so I really want you to keep that in mind on Tuesday. It's a great time to catch up with friends you haven't seen in a while, to do a little networking. If you're trying to build some kind of a business or something like that, it might be a good time to reach out. It's the holidays, though, so keep it light, keep it festive if you can. What's really neat is, as light and airy as we start the week, we're going to go deep this week, and we're going to get some clarity, and we're going to figure some things out. The moon's going to move into your sign, Scorpio, at 4:16 p.m. on Tuesday, and about 7 hours later at 11:09 p.m., Jupiter moves into its home sign of Pisces. It has 2 home signs, Sagittarius and Pisces. And Pisces has 2 rulers, and the other ruler is Neptune, and so now they're both there. And so this idea that we can really expand things, and for you, that is your 5th house, if you are a Scorpio rising. And again, there is a chart calculator below. I really recommend on the weekly readings that you know what your rising sign is. I feel like it resonates more often than the sun sign. The sun sign, that's your soul energy, and that will resonate with the longer spans of time and how you view the world, but your day-to-day activities. This decision-making process is set up based on our houses and where these things are falling into place. But that, irregardless of that, you already know what you're working on. It doesn't matter what house it's in. Whatever it is that you've been thinking about for like the last 8 weeks, that's it right there. So you don't need me to tell you what it is. You already know, and you're going to be working on it for a couple more months yet. But we are at like the halfway point. We're like starting to get some clarity this week. We're starting to figure things out. When I asked Spirit about the energy of the week, what they showed me was this really long hallway, and there were some doors open and some doors closed. And some of those doors, the doors that are open, are places and spaces that you have already been. And maybe you want to leave them open because you're comfortable there and you enjoy that. It could be your work environment, your home environment, whatever, right? The community that you live in. But some of those doors you need to close. They're just noise. I'm hearing like all this noise coming out of a couple of those doors. Wow. Okay, so they're not going to allow you the space to do the deep soul work that you're going to do with the South Node in your sign over the course of the next year. So it's a closing of some doors, and then it is an opening of some of the other ones, like taking a peek in, looking and seeing what it is. Is that interesting? If it's not interesting, just close it. Just move on. It is important to choose to pick where we expend our energy. That's energy. We're unlimited, but our energy is in this earthly plane is limited. And so where are you going to put your time, invest your time and effort? So on Wednesday, Mercury is going to conjunct Venus. Venus is in retrograde and Mercury is just entered its saddle period. This is at 24 degrees of Capricorn. So anything that you have that's in a cardinal sign, so that'd be Capricorn, Aries, Libra, Cancer, and the earth signs, Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn, are definitely going to feel this energy. But I actually think we all are feeling this energy, so I'm not sure that matters so much. But anything between 22 and 28 degrees, maybe 20, 26, I don't know, somewhere in that area, because we have Pluto. We have Pluto sitting at 26, so I think 28, 22 to 28 degrees. You're really going to feel this energy because Mercury is going to go back over the spot 2 more times, and Venus is going to go over it 1 more time, and Pluto is hanging out there, not leaving, not really. Moving a couple degrees here or there, but it's definitely influencing and impacting this area. And so this happens at 5:27 a.m. So this is the energy of the day. And later in the day, like an hour or so later, we've got Mercury coming in conjunction, exact conjunction with Pluto. And as you know, Pluto rules your sign. And so this is a big discussion about how do you want to transform your life? What is of value? What more do you need to learn? What research do you need to do? And at the same time, that moon in your sign is going to be opposing Uranus. Uranus is at like 10 degrees of Taurus right now. And the outlet point, because it's a T-square again, another T-square. We've been having so many of them. It's because of what's going on in the fixed signs. It creates a lot of T-squares. Okay, so that outlet point is, of course, Saturn, once again, in Aquarius. And Mars is in the area of choice and decision-making in Sagittarius with this energy. And so the outlet point, I want to make change, the moon says. Uranus says, I want to make change. Saturn goes, do we have a plan? And Mars says, I have a couple of ideas. Let's figure this out. So this is big conversation. It's been going on for a while. But this is the week where we start closing doors. We start opening new ones. We start taking inventory of where we are and where we want to go. And the fog is starting to lift. The clarity is starting to come in. And next week on the 8th, that is when we have the Cassini Venus, which means she is going to be in conjunction with the moon, directly between the moon and the earth. And light will shine and will illuminate the direction to start moving in. I think the choice will be made. The plan still needs to be reworked several more times. But I think the direction becomes clear. And so it is this lifting of the fog that's going on. Change is coming. How do you want to change, right? So when all that's going on, I don't want you to forget. Okay, so I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune. I heard something really interesting about the Wheel of Fortune today, and I really like it. So on the Wheel of Fortune, on the outside, you have the 4 fixed signs represented. You're one of them, right? There's the energy. I think they have a snake to represent. We've got Leo. We've got Taurus, and Aquarius is represented somehow. The eagle, I think. So change is happening in the fixed signs, in your fixed sign. You, Taurus, Aquarius, and who am I missing? Leo. So change is happening, and change is difficult and for everybody in general, particularly for the fixed signs. But if you're in the center of the wheel, then the change is happening around you. So the question is, if you can find your center, If you can find and decide what it is that you want, as the wheel is spinning around you and change is happening around you, you're good and you know where you are. And that comes through empowerment. That is true empowerment when you know you are in the center of the wheel. So you are more powerful than you realize, and it is safe for you to be powerful. So you don't have to turn the wheel from outside. You can turn it from inside. And kind of what I'm seeing is like a guy standing inside of a wheel and, oh God, I think it's Big Brother, where you're trying to fill something up one way or the other, and you have to turn it. So you run this direction, and then you run it in this direction, and so you get to maneuver what's going on out there because you're in the center and you're deciding which way the wheel is going at any particular moment. That is empowerment. So you are more powerful than you think by being centered and being in control of what's going on inside of you. And you have friendship, which is fun. Make a date to play a day with one or more friends. So have some fun this week. Lighten up. You are blessed. Count your blessings. This is a week where, yeah, we're making decisions and everything, but it's also between the holidays. It is kind of a break in the cycle of most work. And so usually we get a little downtime and we should get to enjoy it. You know, and in your case, it looks like a little bit of socializing with people that really mean something to you would be on the order there. So Moon moves into Sagittarius on Thursday at 8:08 p.m. So again, that's like the Wheel of Fortune in the middle with the 2 8s on the outside, right? And it's that wheel there that looks like the gateway that we had back in at the 8-8 gateway that was so powerful back in August. And so stepping out onto the path. And 8s are infinity, and 8s are disciplined, continuous, doing the work, making the effort. It's also self-mastery. And so with those 2 8s on either side, and you're there in the wheel in the middle, deciding which way it goes, it's the self-mastery of controlling your own life, which, Scorpio, we all know you like to do. Nothing wrong with that. As long as it doesn't stop you from having fun. Oh my God. You're being asked to really step a little out of your comfort zone and try something new. Remembering that it is your choices and your decisions that moves the wheel, that allows you to move in the direction you want. So you're not out of control. You're trying something new. I really want to show you something. They just showed me this in my head. Okay, so we have the moon on New Year's Eve. It's going to be in that area of choice and decision making with Aquarius. And it's going to be conjuncting Mars and Saturn. And it wants to make choices. It wants to make decisions. It wants to do this. So I think that when everybody sits down to do their New Year's resolutions on New Year's Eve, it's not even going to feel like a task. It's going to feel like, yes, I need to put this on paper. Yes, I want to figure this out. Yes, I want to sort through this. I want to figure out what we're going to do and where we're going to go and how we're going to manage this. And so that is the energy that we have with this the Sagittarius. And we have the sun on Saturday. We're going to trine with Uranus and Taurus. And again, it's going to shine a light on how are you going to shake up your life? How are we going to make changes? Look at this wheel. It's the Fool energy. He's in total control. He's willing to take a risk. And why did I want to show you this is because the energy for this moon in Sagittarius is, first off, journey by moonlight. Believe in the magic. Believe in the magic. Follow your soul's calling. Be willing to not know everything, right? It is a full moon. Much is illuminated, but there's still shadows. Nobody does shadow work better than a Scorpio. There is a lot you can see in the dark if the moon is full. So you'll see a lot. You don't need to see everything because you have the great adventure. Take a risk and venture forward. Take a risk. The Fool. Control your own destiny by choosing to go ahead and go. You'll be fine. The change will be occurring around you if you stay centered and you're the one that knows what direction you're moving in. You'll be fine. So why not move in a new direction? Why not shake things up a little? Why not go out there and have a different kind of life or another way to create joy in your life that you aren't currently doing? And this could be anything, really. It could be taking on a new creative project. It could be a new job. It could be a new relationship. It could be a lot of new things. There's nothing here that tells me what it is. I am convinced that everybody knows what it is that they want to change right now. I don't know how anyone could not know where they want to make changes in their life. All this is going on in my first house of Capricorn. And so that is the way I spend my time. It has to do with the physical body, my personality, how I interact with the world, my time management, and all these things. I can tell you, all those things are on the table right now. I have a lot of things. If it's not in your first house, and then it starts to narrow it down, maybe you don't try to create so much change all at once. So for you, Scorpio, that would be in your third house of communication. So maybe it is making more time in your life for friends. Maybe it is just simply opening up your social life a little and seeing where that takes you. Maybe that is what it is. The moon is going to move into into Capricorn at 6:02 p.m. on Saturday. And right after that, a couple hours later, Mercury moves into Aquarius. And so Mercury is definitely, going to be going over this ground again and reworking some of these plans. But right now it's just talk to Pluto, and now it's on its way to have a conversation with Saturn about what is the structure and how we're going to change things. And that's what's been going on here. When that moon is in Capricorn, that is in an area of choice and decision making for you. It's a sextile energy. So choices and decisions this week is a big thing. And how do you do that? There is a need for you to get emotionally in flow by connecting. Look, this says time to ground, and yet it has the tortoise, which is a creation story about the cosmic tortoise. That's water energy. Maybe not. We've got two partridges. Not a partridge in the pear tree, but we have two partridges in the pear tree. The third eye is wide open. There's a need to connect with your creation story and to be able to share it out into the world. And again, the two is showing up there, right? This is communicating with somebody about what your goals and your hopes and your dreams are, because we have let emotions flow. There's a need to speak from the heart. And again, her third eye is open. I don't know if you could see it as easily in this one, but both of these, third eye wide open. Connect to the center of who you are. Know who you are and be willing to take the risk to have these conversations with somebody. Could be a parent, could be a child, your significant other, could be a friend. And hey, if none of that works for you, dogs are great listeners. Cats, maybe. If you don't touch them, they'll sit there and listen to you. Until they're bored. Okay, let's see what else we have going on here. So, on Saturday, we have the new moon. It happens at 1:33 p.m. Again, a double digit. 3 + 3 is 6, just like the 2022. This is growth. This is Empress energy. This is an opportunity to manifest in collaboration with somebody something really big over the course of the next 18 months. And I say 18 months because I haven't really checked, but I think so. Generally speaking, a new moon will become at 12 degrees. It's 12 degrees in 20 minutes. Again, that 2s are showing up, and the 1 + 2 is 3. So the energy of the Empress and the energy of collaboration of 2. This usually takes 18 months until you get the full moon. It's usually a couple degrees further down the line, so it'd be like around 14 degrees because it continues to move and evolve. But it is where that new moon will complete and become a full moon. And so over the next 18 months, really working with somebody. So this is during the time. that you are going through the South Node. This is releasing and letting go of things that don't work for you and allowing yourself to grow and develop in areas that you want to. The North Node is in your relationship sector if you are a Scorpio rising. So that's a partnership, the two. So business or personal. I don't know. You do. I know you do. So however that looks for you. We have a Cassini new moon, which means from 1:03 p.m. to 2:03 p.m. is a really great time to sit down and say, I'm going to manifest in this energy. So you do that by stating what it is that you want to manifest and create. You can verbally state it. You can write it. But then I want you to feel what it feels like to have accomplished that. So it's an I am statement. I am in a great partnership that is abundant in all ways. And then how does that feel? How does that feel? Yeah. Collaboration, man. Holy crap. Okay. You have step into your power and empowerment. You have step up and lead. Again. And this, by the way, is the new moon in Capricorn card. So state what it is that you want. Lead the way. And then you have embrace the flow of life. And I just want you to see, it's a full moon, but it's got a pairing. This flow of life for you with this new moon and this Venus energy. So Venus is in Capricorn. This is Capricorn energy, and this is the new moon in Capricorn. This is like an 8-year cycle, 8 to, maybe a decade. It's a big cycle. The Venus cycle is 8 years, but this feels a little bigger than that because we have Pluto hanging out there in part of the conversation. It's more than a Venus cycle. And Saturn is also in the conversation, even though he's in another sign. So it's a little bit bigger. He's not quite so much in the conversation. But it's a little bit bigger than just the 8-year Venus cycle. So I'm thinking like a decade. So step up and lead. The way you step up and lead is declare your intention. What is it that you want? Have the conversations. Capricorn is your third house of communication. Have the conversations with the necessary people. Step into your power. Know that you are the one turning the wheel. You turn your own wheel. Oh. That's how you get into flow. It says embrace the flow of life and let the emotions flow. So these two are sitting there face to face. You need to have a conversation with somebody where you're authentic and you state your truths. They may or may not like them. Doesn't matter. It's your truth. So you have here, well, I have seen this group of cards come out for somebody else, and I can't remember who. So you have intuition and awareness. Using your intuition. Paying attention. I feel like telling Scorpio to be aware is ridiculous. Like, you are aware. Are you aware, though, of what it is that you're passionate about? Because we have passion and we have acceptance. And this acceptance is accepting that in the human form, none of us are perfect. We're all divine, but in this form, we don't always get things right. So accepting your own frailties and weaknesses and those of others. When we get frustrated by what others are doing or not doing, oftentimes is because we don't like it about ourselves. It's a mirror that reflects back to us. So, if you can let go of the need to be perfect yourself, you won't expect it out of others. And expecting yourself to be perfect seems like a real waste of emotional energy. I'm a recovering perfectionist, so I feel confident in saying that I save a lot of time, not needing to be perfect. Okay, so you have here, not surprisingly, the sexuality card for your Chinese New Year card. It says, existing relationships could find new passion. Ooh, you did have the passion card come up. And heightened sexual attraction, opportunities for marriage, and good family. Good family life are strong, but if single, be aware of the temptation that could lead to trouble. A child would also bring great joy. Temptation that could lead to trouble, but the child would bring... Okay, if you don't want to get pregnant, there are things you can do. Okay, we have achievement. Enjoy the limelight. You've earned it. Although on the family front, someone's health could cause some secret worries and sleepless nights. So maybe who you need to connect to is some of your family, and have those conversations. And again, you can't control everything. You can only control what you're doing. You stay centered in yourself, and you have declutter, which has been showing up for many signs in many different forms. Declutter your life. Let go of correspondence, objects, and people. This is about shutting those doors that you no longer want. Someone will hurt your feelings and reveal a new side of themselves that you may wish to avoid. So, be willing to shut the doors. There's new ones to open, right? There are new ones to open. Take a risk and venture forth. Looks pretty good. All right, Scorpio. I'm on Facebook at Moonlit Waters. Daily readings over there. The monthly for you guys will come out on Friday. And I look forward to journeying with you through the South Node. It's always interesting. It's a big transformation coming up, but you guys are looking really stellar walking into it, so I'm pretty excited for you. All right, you guys take good care. I'll talk to you soon.